What's up, guys? Today, I want to start a new series where I talk to you about mindset and mentality. When I meet a new tricking athlete, often their talent isn't the biggest predictor of their success within the sport. It's their mindset, how they think about training and approach the sport. Today, I'll be going over my competitive mindset, how I think about my skill level in relation to every other tricking athlete in the world. And with that, I'll also be doing a session. So I'm gonna warm up with some basic kicks, then talk to you guys about my mentality. Now, the first big question when talking about competitive mindset is, who am I competing against? Who is the rival? Who is the person who I'm trying to beat? And for me, it is my younger self. You see, there are a ton of amazing tricking athletes in the world. Guys like Michael Guthrie and Shosei, who are just pushing the limits of the sport constantly. If you guys fixate over the best in the sport, without focusing on your own progression, you won't get better. So what I highly recommend, and what I personally do, is I try and beat my younger self. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go through all of my training footage from throughout the years. You guys are gonna see this clunky, awkward, kinda lanky tricking athlete turn into a clean machine. And guys, that's my progression. Everybody will have their own personal journey. So guys, don't compare yourself to anyone but your previous self. Not only does that keep your head in the right place, but it also keeps you getting better. I'm not gonna take a step backwards because someone else got injured or got worse. Rather, I'm only going to keep getting better than I was before, so I'm only gonna keep getting better and better as long as I trick. This mindset doesn't mean you have to shut yourself off from the rest of the tricking community. Rather, what I would highly recommend is instead of viewing your fellow tricking athletes as direct competition, look at them for motivation and inspiration. If you just look at a Mike Guthrie sampler and admit to yourself how much better he is than you, you're not gonna get better. But if you can look at that video and find a combo idea or a variation that you can incorporate into your style, that's a great way to continue to progress while getting motivation and inspiration from the community around you. Like I said, you don't need to be isolated, but you need a positive mindset. You need to look at your other athletes as motivation and inspiration rather than direct competition. Because it took Mike 17 years to become Michael Guthrie. It's gonna take you a long time if you really want to compete on his level. And it's not a bad thing to have that goal of beating Michael Guthrie, but if you just have in your head that he's better than you, you're not gonna be able to get better than him. You need to look at him as motivation and inspiration to help you get better rather than as this soul-crushing pedestal of tricking. Everybody can get good at this sport if they put in the time and the effort. Not only is everybody good, but everybody can get better. If you frame your mentality as a self-competitive mentality, you will just keep progressing and keep incorporating different things from the other trickers around you because you are motivated and inspired by their progression. Trust me, guys, if you can keep this mindset, it's far better than just dwelling on how much better the community is than you. Here are some clips from the tricking community that really inspire and motivate me to train hard. Look at these clips and don't feel defeated. Look at them as motivation to get better. I'm gonna train a little bit more, but before I do, I wanna give you one final piece of advice regarding your competitive mindset, and that is don't judge yourself. You are not a bad tricking athlete just because you're struggling to learn the cork. And if you're inflexible, that doesn't mean you're bad at kicks. That just means you need to stretch more. Don't judge yourself for whatever current position you're in. Just do what you can to get better and to make yourself a better athlete. If you do that, you will continue to progress and just keep getting better. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you thought about this video in the comments down below. I love talking to you guys about mindset and mentality, and I think if you get your head right, it is way easier to progress in tricking. But thank you guys again. Subscribe if you want to see more educational tricking content, and have a lovely day.